Hello everyone, today let's talk about the state of your soul, or we could say the condition of your soul. I want to read from 3 John chapter 1 verse 2. Dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health and that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along well. John wrote this letter to his dear friend Caius, who is in Ephesus. John is concerned about his dear friend physical health and his spiritual health, but we see that he's more concerned about his spiritual health. So today I want to bring this verse into our context and ask you all a question. What is the condition of your spiritual health, your physical health, your mental health, and your emotional health? First of all, let's talk about our spiritual health. Are you spiritually well awake? Is your spiritual flame burning? Or are you spiritually feeling dead inside? If you're feeling dead inside and if you're asleep, it's time to wake up spiritually and it's time to light up your spiritual flame. Then what about the condition of your physical health? Are you keeping yourself physically fit and healthy? What about your mental health and emotional health? Are you able to handle your life smoothly? Is everything going smoothly? Or have you been emotionally hurt by someone else by ignoring you? Or have you been misunderstood, mistreated by someone who you consider to be the most important person for you? Or are you struggling with your finances, your career, your jobs, your relationships, with hopelessness and with your own behavior? When I say your behavior, you really wanted to change, you really wanted to become a better person, but then you keep falling back to the things you wanted to give up. So you need help, right? We all need that help from God, and that help only comes from God, and it is only God who will heal our broken heart. But then before we go to that, let's figure out what is the cause of your unhappiness, failure, and what is influencing you today. Starting from the movies that you watch, the song that you listen, the books that you read, and the friends that you're hanging around with, or the people that surround you, actively framing the way you think, the way you live, right? So it is really important for us to constantly check on the kind of food that we are feeding ourselves for our physical health, for our spiritual health, and for our mental health, and for our emotional health. Sometimes we feed ourselves too much with this worldly stuff, with whatever we see, with what we hear, with all those kind of noises that come from behind. Then when all this noise got mixed up with everything in your head, you became anxious about everything, you wanted to try out everything, you started to convince yourself and started compromising things which you were not supposed to be doing as a child of God, and you started doing all the worldly stuff. But the Bible says that in Romans 12:2, do not conform any longer with the pattern of this world, but be transformed by renewing of your mind. This clearly says that you and I cannot do whatever seems good, whatever seems fun. And you and I cannot become all the kind of person we wanted to. And we cannot try to fit in everywhere and anywhere. There's a certain place we fit in as a child of God. So let us stop chasing and wanting the things which are not meant to be ours. If we pursue the things which are not meant to be ours, we will end up with disappointment and pain and heartbroken. So let's stop hurting ourselves. Let's stop listening to the lies and stop listening to the noises around you. I want to tell you all that let's not be in a hurry. Slow down, calm down, refresh yourself. Let God renew your heart, renew your mind, and renew your hope, and He will take you where you need to be, and everything will happen at the right time. Just trust God, just obey God, and just believe in God. Even the Bible says that in Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 25, I want to read. Slow down, take a deep breath. What is the hurry? Why wear yourself out? Just what are you after anyway? Whenever I'm anxious about something, whenever I'm desperate about something, these verse keep reminding me to slow down, to calm down, stop hurrying yourself, don't push too hard, and just believe in God, just have faith in God, just wait upon God's good timing. That's how I assured myself that, okay, I need to calm down, I need to slow down, I need to wait upon God's good timing. And I want to tell you the same thing. Slow down, calm down, let God take His own good time and lead you and take you to the right place at the right time. Just trust God. And one good advice I've ever received and I will ever give is, do not compare yourself with anyone else, because you were never made the same. God created you differently for a different purpose. You're doing wonderful, He's doing wonderful in His own way, in His own areas. Just do good with what you have and with what you've got. God knows your heart, God knows your sincerity, God knows your motives. So God is going to use you, He's going to bless you accordingly, and He's going to multiply it. Just trust God, put everything in the hands of God, and He's going to use you for His glory. And for those people who don't understand what is meant to be obeying God, trusting God, waiting on God's timing, it might sound foolish, but for those people who have already tasted God's goodness and His faithfulness, trusting God and obeying God, waiting on God's timing is everything. There is nothing better than to trust God and to obey God. So trust God even if you don't understand, because God's going to do amazingly through our obedience. And don't forget, if you want to stay healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, we should stay connected with God. Listen to God, talk to God, spend time with God, and God is going to do the rest.